All right, ladies and gentlemen, back with two articles, actually. This first article is about Cloverfield 4 happening with J.J. Abrams, except it won't be found footage, and I've been told that this is going to be a direct sequel, which is a little contradictory because Cloverfield Paradox was the alleged bad sequel to Cloverfield. Now, look, I've reviewed Cloverfield before. I love it. I think it's very, very good. The characters could be better, but I mean, it's a big monster destruction movie, so I'm really not expecting much from whatever sort of sequel they make. Uh, Cloverfield 4 is officially moving forward with J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot banner. It is believed that Matt Reeves will not have involvement in the project. Very disappointing. Though someone close to him will be writing it. Abrams has tapped Joe Barton, I don't know who that is, to write it. It was just announced as the new showrunner on Reeves' The Batman spin-off series about the Gotham City Police Department. Okay, I really can't keep up with all these fucking shows. Let's just be honest. The upcoming series will stream exclusively on HBO Max and will serve as a prequel to the highly anticipated movie. That's fantastic, I guess. 2016's 10 Cloverfield Lane. I remember it very vividly. Well, no, vaguely? Vividly. I saw it in theaters with my dad on March 11th, 2016. I loved it. Was a major departure from nearly everything having to do with the 2008 original that Matt Reeves directed. The surprise 2018 Super Bowl Sunday release of the Cloverfield Paradox strayed even further from the original ideas that Finn loved about the original movie. I did not like it. I did watch it on Netflix, obviously. Both of the sequels were originally developed as standalone movies, The Cellar and The God Particle. I like those titles a little more. Just so, you're not as, I don't find it as subtle. I think. I could be, been drinking a little bit, so I'm a little tipsy. It is believed that Cloverfield 4 will be more closely in line with the 2008 movie, and sources claim that we could see some returning characters too. Though that has yet to be confirmed, according to sources, the movie will not utilize found footage. A little disappointing. Hannah Minghella, don't know who that is, will produce the movie along with J.J. Abrams for Bad Robot. Story details are being kept under wraps, but fans will more than likely hope that they are going back to the monster movie roots of the original. In an April 2018 conference at CinemaCon, Abrams stated that we're actually developing a true dedicated Cloverfield sequel. Well, you fucked up, alright? Now, if they can bring back the two original actors that did make it, Rob and I believe Beth. Beth, that's her name. If they can bring back those two actors, maybe give us some insight as to what actually happened, because they're still alive. So, let's see. If they could show the camera that was used for the filming of the whole incident, I'd be fine with that. Just give us a good explanation. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't pull a Transformers 4 and, not give us any closure to, characters. Matt Reeves and J.J. Abrams have spoken about a proper Cloverfield sequel for years now. The first installment is a monster movie, which was directed by... Oh, that's a typo. Directed from a script by Drew Goddard, who, if you haven't seen The Bad Times of the El Royale or... Cabin in the Woods, I would highly recommend it. I think he made those films. I could be wrong. I haven't heard his name in a little bit. The movie stars Michael Stahl-David, Odette Yustman, T.J. Miller, Jessica Lucas, Lizzie Kaplan, and Mike Vogel. It uses a found footage motif to follow five young... Okay, that's just the... Alright. While found footage was all the rage in 2008, it isn't as common anymore, and some fans will likely be happy to hear that Cloverfield 4 will shy away from using it. Now, the only thing I'm going to say is not God Particle, Cloverfield Paradox. I did not like it. It had an interesting-ish concept, but it really shoehorned in that it's part of the Cloverfield universe, and I didn't really care for it. I think... Oh, this was years ago, 2018 or 2016 or 17, back when Overlord was, literally talked about as the new Cloverfield film. I'm happy it wasn't, because it was, kind of its own thing, but... As for when Cloverfield 4 will begin production, that is unclear at the moment. However, one can assure that it will have an inventive marketing campaign when the time comes, which means a lot of people, including J.J. Abrams, are going to keep their lips sealed. And then the second article, sorry that took so long, is a follow-up to Baby Driver 2 by Edgar Wright. And he's on his third draft. Didn't know that. Now, it's a little unfortunate because Kevin Spacey, was unfortunately canceled by the culture because of something that happened way back in the past. Okay, here's the thing. I don't know if what happened was actually proven in a court of law, but because nothing was proven, at least not to my knowledge, I'm out of the loop of it, but hey, I like Kevin Spacey, great actor. So, and there's stuff with Ansel Elgort, this guy right here. He apparently, I don't know, he did something, but they were allegations. I'm not sure if they were actually proven in a court of law, so. But Baby Driver director Edgar Wright has now confirmed that the script is written and ready to go for the highly anticipated sequel. However, while Wright reveals that the script for Baby Driver 2 is complete, don't start revving your engines just yet, as something is still holding the follow-up back, something far beyond Wright's control. It's written. I've actually written 3 drafts of it. It's funny. You get fans on social media saying, "What's happening to blah blah?" And you know there's a global pandemic, right? Some things are beyond even me. And yes, Edgar, that's very unfortunate. I'm sorry. So yeah, that's basically it. Didn't make too much of the box office. I mean, it was... I enjoyed it. I'll admit that it wasn't, in my opinion, and a lot of others, it wasn't Edgar's strongest film. And, I mean, hey, I still enjoy it. I own it on fucking Blu-ray, so, cast was great. John Bernthal. Who's C.J. Jones? John Hamm was in it. It's a good movie. I enjoyed it. But his newest film, Last Night in Soho, let's get to this part. For now, fans are still awaiting the release of Wright's next venture, the psychological horror flick Last Night in Soho. Beginning in 2019, Eloise, guessing that's how it's pronounced, a young woman from the country, arrives in London to pursue her passion for fashion design. She soon discovers that she is mysteriously able to enter the 1960s where she encounters her idol, a dazzling wannabe singer. But 1960s London is not what it seems, and time seems to fall apart with shady consequences. Starring Anya Taylor-Joy. I enjoy her. I haven't seen The Queen's Gambit. I think that's what it's called. I've only seen The Witch. I don't want to see New Mutants. Thomasin Harcourt, Matt Smith, Diana Rigg, and Terrence Stamp. Delayed several times amid the current circumstances, and is scheduled to be released on 22nd of October of this year. Okay. So hopefully that happens. I have no idea what's going to happen with any of these films. I've just been collecting so far, so I'll review something else. I just wanted to shed some light on a couple articles that I thought were interesting. Yeah. All right, time to watch another movie. That will be reviewed pretty soon. Bye-bye.